Vanakkam. Today is the Guru Puja of Chandeswara Nayanar. Chandeswara has an important place in the Shaiva temples and is one of the very important Nayanmars among the 63 Shaiva saints. Now, whenever we remember or whenever we think of Chandeswarar, this beautiful panel from the Gangai Konda Cholapuram temple immediately comes to our mind. In this panel, we are seeing Chandeswarar taking the Ishvara title from Shiva himself. Shiva actually holding him on his left hand and then giving him the Kondrai Malai and then taking him along with him by giving this Ishvara title to Chandeswara Nayanar. Many historians, quote unquote, call this sculpture as Rajendra Chola himself taking the coronation from Shiva. But that's not true. This particular panel is called as Chandeswara Anugraha Murti, where Shiva gives that Anugraha to Chandeswara. There are many such similar sculptures we can see in many other Chola temples, including that of Pulamangai and other temples. Now, why we are saying this is not Rajendra Chola but Chandeswara Anugraha Murti can be very well seen from the other sculptures we can see in the panel itself. Now, if you look at the top of the panel, we can see rishis, and then on the right hand side, the middle part, if you see, there is a Shivalinga on the left hand side, and on the right, we can see the cows. Now, this is actually the life history of Chandeswara Nayanar, where Chandeswara performs Shiva Puja on a daily basis, and then he used to take the cows, in the fields and use the milk of the cow to perform Abhisheka on the Shivalinga. So his father gets suspicious that why the cows are not providing enough milk. And then one day he comes and then watches him using the cow's milk to perform the Abhisheka of the Shivalinga. The father gets enraged. He kicks the Shivalinga, and Chandeswara gets very angry seeing his father desecrating Shivalinga and then uses Maru, which is basically an axe, to cut the legs of his father, with which the father actually desecrated Shivalinga. And then Shiva comes in, pacifies him, and then gives him the Chandeswara title. This is exactly was the life history of Chandeswara, whose original name was Vishara Shanma. Right now, you can see the specific instances portrayed in the panel itself. You have seen that cows are coming, the Shivalinga is there. Then on the below part, on the left hand side, you'd see that on the right hand side rather, you will see that the father comes in, seeing the cow performing the Abhisheka on the Shivalinga and then trying to desecrate Shivalinga. On the left hand side, you see Chandeswara raising his hand, throwing the axe on his father. And in the middle, you'll see finally Shiva comes and blesses Chandeswara. So this is basically the life history of Chandeswara Nayanar, who is revered as one of the 63 Nayanmars in the Shaiva canons, and it has nothing to do with Rajendra. So probably we need to get corrected, and also we need to remember that Chandeswara is the administrative head of all the Shiva temples. In Tamil Nadu, many of the inscriptions which talks about donations to Shiva temples mention the name of Chandeswara as the person who signs on behalf of the temple. He is the documentation authority. That's the reason why whenever we come out of any Shiva temples, we have to go to Chandeswara and then sort of tell him that we are not carrying anything from the temple. So that's actually the custom, but people mistook it as usual and then try to clap and all before Chandeswara, which is not a very ideal way of praying him. Chandeswara is in penance, and clapping before him is basically disturbing his penance. So please don't do that. Rather, show your hand saying that you are not carrying anything from the temple, and then politely pray to him. So on this great, very important day, Let's pray to Chandeswara and then seek his blessings. Thank you.